In the African village of Mabira lived a wealthy businessman named Mr. Quain, a 52-year-old man everyone respectfully called Baba Quain the Rich, and beside him was his new wife Amina, only 25, breathtakingly beautiful. The kind of woman villagers whispered about because she looked almost unreal with her tall figure, warm brown skin, golden earrings, bright eyes, and a smile that could stop time itself. And returning home that very week was his 21-year-old son, Jabari, fresh from the city university, not knowing that everything he thought he understood about life was about to collapse the moment he laid eyes on his father's young wife, because when Jabari first saw Amina standing near the doorway with sunlight wrapping around her like a halo, he froze completely, his feet rooted, his heartbeat skipping, his lungs forgetting to breathe, and for a moment he genuinely wondered if she was a dream or an illusion, someone too perfect to belong to his father, yet undeniably real. Amina welcomed him with a soft smile and said, "You must be Jabari. Your father told me a lot about you," and that gentle, warm voice hit Jabari like a shockwave, making his chest tighten and his pulse break rhythm, and all he managed to say was, "Yes, I'm Jabari," which Amina instantly noticed every hesitation, every nervous blink, because she understood human behavior far too well. In the following days, she often sat on the veranda watering flowers or reading, and Jabari found himself stealing glances at her, noticing the way the breeze played with her dress, or how the afternoon sun made her skin glow, softly turning even simple moments into scenes that felt dangerously romantic. And it didn't take long before even the wind and Mabira seemed to notice the strange tension forming between them. One afternoon, Amina asked him, "Can you take me to the marketplace this evening? Your father is busy," and Jabari quickly agreed, trying to hide the excitement he felt, because deep inside he knew he wanted this time alone with her. When they walked through the market, people stared, whispering quietly, because the young, stunning wife and the handsome, athletic son walking together looked suspiciously perfect, and though no one said anything aloud, the village aunties exchanged looks that said more than words ever could. As they walked back home, Amina playfully teased him, "You don't talk much, you shy?" And Jabari surprised her by answering with a confident smile, "Only around beautiful people," a line that made Amina's eyes widen in unexpected shock, because she never imagined he would dare flirt with her so boldly. Yet there was something sincere in the way he said it that made her heart skip. That evening during dinner, Jabari took a dish from her hand, and their fingers brushed ever so slightly, and for one suspended moment, they looked into each other's eyes, silent, speechless, caught by something impossibly magnetic, until Amina quickly pulled her hand back. But the warmth of that brief touch lingered on her skin far longer than she wanted to admit. That night, Jabari sat alone in his room thinking, "This is wrong. But why does my heart refuse to stop?" While across the house, Amina stood by her window staring at the stars, whispering to herself, "Why is this boy getting into my head?" Both of them were fighting a battle they couldn't explain, and even the quiet village air seemed to carry the electricity between them, a silent acknowledgement that something forbidden yet undeniable had just begun. And neither of them knew that this was only the start of a story that would test every boundary they had ever known. The next morning, Jabari was working out in the courtyard, the sun glistening on his skin, and from the upstairs balcony, Amina found herself watching him unconsciously, her eyes tracing the strength in his shoulders, until he suddenly looked up, catching her gaze, and she quickly turned away with a tiny smile she couldn't hide. Later that day, Baba Quaim left for the city on a 3-day business trip, and the moment he drove off, the entire house felt different, too quiet, too intimate, as if the universe had intentionally left Amina and Jabari alone to confront everything they were running from. That evening, a light drizzle tapped against the windows while Amina made tea in the kitchen, and when Jabari walked in and asked, "Need help?" she laughed playfully. "You? In the kitchen?" "Really?" And for the first time they shared a natural, effortless laugh with no tension between them. While slicing ginger, Amina accidentally cut her finger, and Jabari immediately grabbed her hand gently, saying, "Let me see," and their fingers lingered together longer than they should have, sending a warm rush up Amina's arm as she quietly inhaled, while Jabari softly whispered, "Be careful." Amina, and hearing her name in his low voice, melted something inside her she had tried so hard to ignore. That night the power went out and the house slipped into darkness, and Amina, slightly nervous, walked toward the dining area just as Jabari approached with a lantern, saying softly, "Don't worry, I'm here." And they ended up sitting together in the warm glow of that single flickering light, their faces inches apart, shadows dancing gently across Amina's glowing skin as Jabari struggled not to stare at her beauty. After a long silence, she asked, "Jabari, you often look at me. Why?" And for several seconds he didn't answer, then whispered, "Because I can't help it." And the honesty of his voice made Amina's breath hitch, her heartbeat rising as she realized she had wanted to hear those words more than she wanted to admit. Outside, the rain grew heavier and thunder shook the roof, and instinctively Jabari placed his jacket over her shoulders, their eyes meeting in a long, tense moment where neither of them spoke but everything was said. "Jabari, this is wrong," Amina whispered weakly, but her voice lacked conviction, as if her heart didn't believe her own words, and Jabari leaned a little closer and murmured, "If it's wrong, why does it feel so real?" Leaving her completely speechless. They didn't cross any inappropriate line that night, but in that quiet darkness their hearts made a silent promise, something unspoken yet strong enough to bind them. The next morning, a gossiping village auntie spotted them smiling together in the courtyard and instantly spread whispers everywhere. "Amina looks different today." And Jabari looks too happy, making Amina realize that eyes were now watching them. "If anyone bothers you, tell me," Jabari said quietly, and she replied with a soft smile, "As long as you're here, I'm fine." And that sentence became a secret message between them. When Baba Quaim returned, he sensed something unusual in the air, a subtle glow, a quiet tension, but both Amina and Jabari acted perfectly normal, even though their stolen glances and soft smiles betrayed them. They tried to create distance, but destiny kept pulling them back with quiet, irresistible force, and the villagers often whispered that whatever existed between the young wife and the handsome son wasn't something you could explain in words, it was something you could only feel in the heart. And their story was just beginning. Some stories aren't just heard, they are felt deep in the heart. If this tale touched you, remember that love always finds its own path. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to African Folktales Official for more stories that touch the heart. Bye!